So today we are going to speak a little bit about learning. So we all agree how learning is important for our lives, for our constant development. And I know that sometimes it's a little bit tricky to know exactly where to find the good sources for your learning and how to organize your learning curve and in the fields that you want to develop. Basically, when you look at the science around us, we have a lot of knowledge around. We have about more than 28,000 peer-reviewed journals just in science. We have about 2.5 million scientific papers that are published every year. So when you, even if you would read 24 hours a day, after 3 days you are completely outdated. So we should look exactly for what we want to learn, and we should seek for good knowledge that can actually be useful to us. So how do I do, and how do I try to improve myself every year? Well, basically, in the beginning of a year or in the beginning of a cycle, I choose myself 3 particular areas where I would like to develop more. For example, I would like to develop more in digital dentistry, in the complications of zygomatic implants, and in the rehabilitation of the posterior area of the mandible. So basically, what do I do? Usually, if I do not know anything about the subject, I buy more general information, which means I buy the books about this subject. And in these books, I check on the chapters that please me more, and where I can have a first conversation with the author. So I start to see who are the people that are leading in this field. I start to follow these people also online on the social media. I try to start to interacting with them, meaning sharing a little bit of my knowledge, trying to get more in detail in some particular areas, and so the books are very good to start to get familiarized with the team, and also with the particular authors. I also afterwards check online their publications, the publications that these authors have in peer-reviewed journals, and this helps me. These readings helps me to improve my knowledge about the subject. In peer-reviewed journals, I also like to first check on the meta-analysis or reviews that we have on these subjects, and then when I read this literature, if I see any particular article that gives me more interest, then I will pick also this article and try to talk and go through my doubts with the author of the paper. Another thing that I think it's also important is that we are in a very practical field, and it's very different from knowing a lot about something and actually being a doer. So how do we go from acquiring all this theoretical knowledge and start to actually practical doing the stuff that we are learning? Well, basically I found that in 3 months I should apply for a course or a congress, and I like to go to 3 particular courses on each subject. So I try to go to each one of the subjects that I have chosen for the year, to go to a practical course that will focus just on this subject, actually to jump from a knower to a doer, putting the theory into practice, which I find very important. And I leave one congress or one course or whatever, one meeting for general themes. I like to sit around with people that think in different things that I'm thinking. I like to sit around and change knowledge with the different people, and sometimes just being in the same room with such a creative mind already gives me plenty of ideas. So I think these are the things that I'm using for myself, and that have been improving my learning capacities, improving also my theoretical and practical skills. And this is the advice that I give to you in terms of learning. So follow the people that are top in the special technique that you want to improve, that you want to learn, and look for their mentoring, look for their advice. You do not need to learn alone. You are not alone, and you do not need to do the same mistakes that others have done already in the past. So we have to pick and start from the knowledge that already exists to become better and to create even more knowledge. So I think this is the thinking behind this, and I leave you now with the questions that go more focused, more into detail, and make you think about the future learning that you want to do for your life. So the first question would be, which are the three main subjects, which are the three main areas that you would like to focus your learning in this next cycle to come? Two, who are the people who are the leaders in this particular area? Are they running courses? Are they people that you could that could mentor you, that could get in touch one-to-one, and could they actually help you to go from just knowledge acquiring to start practicing and start doing, putting into practice all this knowledge, and check exactly what is going on, who are these mentors who are giving courses. See these courses where you can get this practice, and also check which conferences you would love to go to, and apply as soon as possible so that they don't run out of seats. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and well, my wish is that we never stop learning.